everyone, and welcome to the Vocal Revolution podcast, where we talk about the power of music and our voices to change the world. And my name's Katie Rose. It's my honor to host these conversations that I really started out of the desire to share the amazing wisdom that I find in the musicians and artists around me. And I'm really delighted today to have with me most amazing musician, Artur Dotsiak, otherwise known as Arthur Kingford. Hi, hello. Artur is a Ukrainian musician, composer, and educator who's currently based in the UK. Working at the intersection of classical and modern music, Artur composes original works and plays instruments, including piano, harpsichord, classical accordion, Ukrainian pipe, tambourine, and frame drums. So that's amazing, an amazing multi-instrumentalist. He was a top 20 finalist at the Trophée Mondial de l'accordion and recipient of the Ukrainian Presidential Scholarship for Excellence in Music. And he's committed to fostering the next generation of musicians, having taught over 2,500 private lessons, and his academic research contributes to the preservation and development of cultural traditions. So I am so excited that you are here. Welcome today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Katie. It's a big honor. That's a massive pleasure to be here. Thank you so much. And really grateful for this invitation. And I hope our listeners will enjoy this conversation with us as well.
Thank you. I'm sure everyone's going to really enjoy what you have to share with us today. Thank you. And I know, looking behind you, those of you who are listening on audio, just to say, Arthur's got many pictures behind him, and I just wanted to draw attention to those. And perhaps you can tell us a little bit about where you are and what these lovely pictures are.
Yes. So let me tell a bit about everything around me. Right now, I'm based in the Bradford Community Center. That's the Ukrainian Community Center. And the spirit here is just unbelievable. You feel yourself like real at home with all of these pictures, with all of these souvenirs, and this Ukrainian DNA, especially the lady behind me. So that's the picture of Ukrainian lady created by Marta Pichuk, also very famous Ukrainian painter, and creator as well. So this community in Bradford is trying to maintain and also to save all of the cultural DNA, traditions, and customs of the Ukrainian nation, and they are doing a massive work about that. That's the mission, I would say, for this community, and they are doing everything for that.
Wow, fantastic. Well, it's lovely to see all those beautiful pictures and to feel the vibes of the beautiful work that is being done there. Thank you so much. And tell us about your mission in life, your musical mission. I know it started when you were quite young.
Yep.
So please, tell us about your mission.
Yeah, thank you so much for the question. I think music plays a really vital role in my life because it was at the center of my life as far as I remember myself. When I was a little kid at the age of 5, I received my first ever musical instrument from my uncle, and it was the tambourine. So I didn't have any musical education. I didn't even know what to do, But my uncle explained to me, you need to beat the tempo, the rhythm. So just listen to me, look at me, and everything would be fine. So that was my first ever experience. It wasn't, like in the classroom at music school, but it was real life experience because my uncle is a kind of magician who could play just everything, so many diverse instruments, and he was maybe the first ever role model for me. And especially I was born in the western part of Ukraine and always surrounded by different uh, culture, especially Hutsu culture, we call it. These guys can play huge, massive musical instruments called trombitas. And these cultural roots, this cultural identity influenced me as well. So, and when the war started, I definitely understood I need also to share this Ukrainian voice to maintain this culture and speak about Ukraine, Ukrainian music, and Ukrainian traditions as many times as I can. You know, it's like maybe the role of cultural ambassador or something like that. So I'm trying to do this as far as I can today.
Amazing, amazing. And that's a very important mission. And especially at the moment, I know that the situation in Ukraine is really, really tough. Can you tell us a little bit about how you feel about the war?
Yeah, definitely. And thank you so much that you are asking about that. Really, the situation is really tough, really difficult because every single day there are a lot of air alarms, missiles, drones bombing Ukrainian territory. But you know, Ukrainian spirit and mentality are very strong. So they are unshakable. So, you know, every Ukrainian will be fighting until the very, very, very end. So, yes, and I think for all the artists, for all the painters, musicians as well, this time is very special and I would say important. Why? Because everybody needs to do something. Whether you are a musician, you need to create music, share with people, and show that Ukrainian culture is alive. Whether you are a painter, you need to create all of these beautiful pictures and show that this style is alive. Yeah. So, despite everything, despite all the situation in Ukraine we've got today, the culture and the people's spirit is continuing to live, to create, and I would say to love. Yeah, everybody is expecting this war to be ended, yes, but we need to be realists, and we have to work with what we have today. So
Amazing, amazing. That's great tenacity and great commitment there that I'm hearing
yeah,
from you and your community of artists. So amazing. And I know that many of us are still thinking of everyone in Ukraine, and I hope that that peace comes, that peace comes. Yeah. And due to the war is one of the reasons you came to the UK, isn't that? Is that right?
yes, actually, it's one of the reasons I came to the UK. And me personally, all the Ukrainians would like to say big, massive, and kindly thanks to the British land, British people, government, and everybody who is supporting us on this way. We definitely remember that, and we do everything for our close relationship, yeah, between Ukraine and the United Kingdom. The first reason I came to the UK was actually, yeah, about the war. I remember that specific day when the war started, especially the day before. I was living in Kiev, and I was coming back to home, and I remember that specific evening it was all quiet. Nobody is going at the streets. I was thinking, wow, what's happened? Like, are we expecting something or not? And the next morning at 5 a.m., everything started. So it was a huge total shock for me, for my family, for my friends as well. And I remember I was paralyzed for the next 3 weeks. I couldn't know even what to do, where to go. You know, it sounds funny, but I even forgot about my birthday. I didn't celebrate my birthday. Yeah, I remind myself, oh, it was my birthday then. Yeah, so that's, the shock everybody had on that time. And thanks to the United Kingdom, they opened these programs of support to all Ukrainians. I had the opportunity to travel to the UK. And the second reason, um, I cannot even describe in my words, only feelings, because I always had in my mind that one day I would be living in the UK, and then it was like a magic for me. Yeah, you don't know all the circumstances, you don't know how, so what should they expect from that? But that's the magic of universe, that's the magic of the law of attraction. If you want something truly with all of your heart, so you can take it and you will get it, yeah, as soon as possible. And when I was a little kid, I loved everything connected to the United Kingdom as well. Legends about King Arthur, gentlemanly spirit, classical British music, football as well. Yeah, I love football. That's my passion. And yeah, I knew that one day I would be here, and that's a massive pleasure. I'm on cloud nine, yeah, that I'm here. I can share Ukrainian mentality, Ukrainian music, and to make a dialogue with the British culture.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really amazing. So tell us about your amazing musical work here and how it's going. I know you're teaching, you're coaching, you're still
Yep.
composing and
Yep.
conducting research. So tell us more about what you're up to.
Yeah, actually, I'm trying to to strike a balance between all of that. But yeah, overall, I'm trying to do everything under the cover of music because I started going to the music school when I was at the age of 11. I really remember the time. Let me be fair, I was crying. I was crying then, yeah, because my mother used to sing at home. My auntie used to play the violin. My grandfather used to play drums, even without any training, musical training. I mean, and I guess he was, the creator of this idea. He mentioned you should go to the music school. You will win from this situation. And I remember that I said, no, I don't want. Please save me, save my life. And yeah, it was tough at the beginning because other guys were really, really good, professional. They had some skills. Let me be honest, I was like an underdog, but I don't have any specific talent. I'm just the guy, a gentleman who is working a lot. Yes, if somebody is working 3 hours a day, I would be working 6, even 7, and that's the only thing in my life, and that pushes me a lot. So I went to the musical school. My first ever musical instrument was accordion. It wasn't piano because I was 11 years old, so it was a bit late to start. Yeah. But step by step, gradually, thanks to my teachers, mentors, my family support, which one is just incredible since and until today. Yeah, I continued to play, to explore, and I remember the time when the war started and all of these feelings were inside. I didn't know how to express myself. I just sat near the pianoforte and started playing So just improvising, nothing specific, you know. I started playing, and after that, I understood, wow, it's something I need to record, yeah. And that was the time I started composing for piano in such lyrical style, with some neoclassical traditions. Yeah, I really enjoy it because, especially for me, pianoforte is like a kind of soul. You can express yourself, you can show your feelings. So since that time, I'm trying to compose. And what about coaching? You asked. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, you know. uh, um, I've got a friend who is also a brilliant teacher of science here in the UK, and he's teaching at the local school. He said to me one time, you know, it's so difficult to work, yeah, to teach, yeah, but if you enjoy it, if you like the process, so it's up to you. You can just you know, create this symbiosis, this connection with other guys, with other kids, adolescents, and also adults. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Just sounds like a really rich, you just lived and still living a wonderfully rich musical life. So that's wonderful for coming from, you know, all that inspiration in your family and then sharing that with so many students. It's wonderful. And you've also, I read you've done some research around the Alexander technique, I understand. So could you tell us a bit more about your research around that?
Yes, yes. So this technique is more related how to play the musical instrument. So that research was more about how to play the classical accordion, because that's really heavy and in some case uncomfortable instrument to play. You need to be really strong physically and ready to play it mentally. You know, when I was a little kid, I had no choice. Let me be honest, I had no choice. I even asked, what is this box for? Is it a musical instrument? Oh, that's accordion. So sorry about that. No, I really enjoy playing this amazing musical instrument. And um, once upon a time, I felt something in my back. You know, when you're playing or sitting with the musical instrument wrong way, you will face some, you may face some problems with your health. And you know, I couldn't find any solutions or any answers when I was studying. So I decided to make my own research, to go for some international materials from the Great Britain, Australia, Europe as well. And yeah, it's all about the health. So, you know, a lot of musicians are playing a lot, dozens and dozens of times, repeating the material, some excerpts from the musical pieces, and even sometimes musicians can forget what to eat. You know, did I eat today? Oh no, I forgot about that. And
Yeah.
that's important. That's really important nowadays, because on the other hand, let's speak about sportsmen. Yeah, so they've got a really strict discipline. They go to the gym, they train on the pitch. Yeah, so they got everything in balance. So I was thinking, okay, so we need to copy that from sportsmen to musicians. We are playing a lot, so our brain is working continuously. Yeah, that's a massive, huge work. The second point, we need to take care of our health, the way we move, the way we play with our fingers as well, the way even we breathe, because you know, the most common problem for accordionists is about the chin. So when you feel this tension, chin is going down, and that's the wrong way. That's the first signal something is wrong with your body. You need to relax or to change the posture, to change the position of your musical instrument. So I decided to make this research. I presented this to my colleagues at the National Music Academy in Kyiv, capital of Ukraine, and it was really, really positive. I hope so.
Very important. It's very important that as musicians, yeah, we look after our well-being, and that,
Yeah,
we do see ourselves as, I love that, yeah, drawing that analogy from sports, but that we need to really take care because, yes, even if we're an instrumentalist, but the body is the instrument as well.
yeah,
And so we must take care of our well-being, and of course music can be so good for our well-being as well. And I'm sure you've probably seen um instances where taking care of well-being and music itself can be great for people's well-being, and bringing that
yeah,
together with modalities like the Alexander technique is I think it's a very complementary thing, because it helps us grow in self-awareness. And certainly music has always helped me become more aware of myself and other people and the world, and reflect on those things. um and that's what we always talk about here on the podcast, is how music helps us be more aware, and grow as people and change. um
yeah.
so what positive changes is there, I know you're sure you must have many, but of stories for yourself, or things that you've seen of music making a difference in the world, for yourself or for others?
Yeah, definitely. I remember the first ever my concert on the big stage. It was at the National Philharmonic of Ukraine, in Kyiv city. So thanks to the organizers, and especially big massive thanks to Professoressa Eugenia Cherkazova, who invited me to play there. It was a pleasure 101 times to play in there. And then maybe I realized how music can unite people, especially classical music nowadays, because as for me, it's also popular, but it has its own group, on my opinion. So I saw the attention to details. I saw this connection when I played on the stage. When you're playing the musical composition, we are talking about the sound. Yeah, when you're playing for okay, so you're full of emotions, range of emotions. You're trying to show up a little bit. But when you got a contrast, for example, for the piano, and you hear the silence, that's the specific moment of connection. Everybody is trying to catch this sound, the moment, and they are trying to predict what happened next. Yeah, wow, this guy knows something I don't know. Wow, what would be next? What is he supposing to do next? And that's the communication, the dialogue between the listener and the performer on this stage. The second example I would like to share maybe about the time I was working at a private music studio with different range of people. The youngest was 5 years old, I guess, and the oldest is 40, yeah, approximately 40 years old. Yeah, my very good friend created this music studio. We met each other, had a conversation, and decided to work. So I had different situations, yeah, and the main message of it was like music is for everyone, despite your age, religion, ethnicity. It all doesn't matter, yeah, because music is very helpful, open-minded thing. So if you're 30 years old, you would like to play the piano, why not? Let's go. Yeah, it's another situation when I was a little kid, and at the age of 11 I must have started playing the accordion, yeah, because I couldn't start playing the piano. So but right now it's different, and that's really good. It's different because we need to show to all the people in the world that you can play it. Yeah, you know I heard dozens of times from different people, is it difficult? Oh, I don't have any musical, talent. So how can I play? So no, you can play. So just enjoy the process with fun. There's all of these mistakes because only they can lead us to some success and I would say independent play with your musical instrument. And I remember, talking about this music studio, music lessons, we decided to organize the concert in these circumstances in Ukraine with everything. And I remember we found a shelter. We organized the concert in there because we had a lot of kids playing, singing, together, and adults as well. So that was a specific moment when we had air alarm, outside, but still we played and we were united by music in the shelter. So that's the, huge message that music helps a lot and music can help you to continue living your life no matter what. So I think it is like that. These two examples I remember right now.
That's very powerful. That's incredibly powerful. Playing music in an air shelter, it's just, yeah, when everything is going on around you and still, drawing strength from music. And generally, I mean, you mentioned that at the beginning that, Ukrainian artists feel understandably the very strong need to preserve their culture and to communicate their culture to the world at this time and to be supported in that. And what would you say about how do you feel about the artistic community and how they're feeling at the moment about that?
Do you mean the artistic community in Ukraine, right?
Well, both actually, either here or I imagine
Okay.
artists have had to leave, but in terms of,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is music helping people? I imagine it's still helping people both on the ground and musicians like yourself
Mm-hmm.
to keep connected. But maybe could you say some more about that because it sounds very powerful.
Yeah. Actually, I would like maybe to start about the community of Ukrainian musicians here based in the UK. So everything is going on the needs of military forces and people who are struggling right now in Ukraine. Every single concert is going for charity. Every single performance is going to maintain, to save, to help kids as well. What about the artists who are still trying to create, to perform in Ukraine? That's really tough for them. But still, music is continuing in there. All of them are creating the music, trying to record that. You know, right now we've got more Ukrainian music in Ukraine, and that's really good. Especially, it was really powerful when we had a Kalush orchestra who took part in the Eurovision 2022. And for everybody, when these guys won this competition, it was just unimaginable feeling, wow, we won it, we did it, we show that no matter what, we can still perform on the stage, we still have our own voice, we are alive, we will be fighting. So yeah, it was a combination of Ukrainian ethnic motifs, melodies with some rap and modern music. So it was just insane, and everybody in Ukraine were really happy about these guys. Till now, we've got one train in the western part of Ukraine, that's Ivano-Frankivsk city, and all the time it is departing, we can hear this music, we can hear their song Stefania, yeah, and it reminds us, oh yeah, this group has won the Eurovision that time, so we can and we will push it up, yeah, we will continue to grow, to live, to build more, yeah, and to create more performances, live performances as well. So yeah, to summarize up, I would say no matter what, Ukrainians are living in Ukraine or Ukrainians community across the Europe, United Kingdom or United States of America are united and trying to help each other each way we can, whether it's just donation, creating and finding some medicines, so etc. Yeah, it's all about unity, and music is equal to unity, as for me.
Absolutely. Yes, I really believe that as well. And I guess I see that regularly because I lead choirs and I see how music unifies people, as you say, it doesn't matter what background we've come from. We when we're all together in music, we are together and we remember that we're all humans together having
Yeah.
first and
Yeah.
foremost, we're all humans. And this is wonderful. And it's wonderful to hear that music is playing such a powerful role to support Ukrainians through this really, really tough time. And and it's also, yes, very heartening, very inspiring. And I think it's something we can all draw strength from, is from your example and the tenacity and the strength that Ukraine are displaying. It's very inspiring. So, and the
Yeah.
courage that you have. So yeah, I wish everyone tremendous strength in their endeavors, and may that continue. Is there any part of your, I know you're very interested in preserving cultural traditions, including Ukrainian traditions. So is there any particular tradition you'd like to share with us and tell us about, a Ukrainian musical practice or tradition or festival that you'd like to share with us so that we know a little bit more about Ukrainian culture?
Yeah, with a big pleasure, So in Ukraine, we've got a lot of different traditions, and I think we don't have so much time to speak about all of them. Yeah, but we've got some specific traditions on Christmas, on New Year, New Year's Eve, when all the kids are going singing these carols, these songs, and share all of this spirit of Christmas, of course. Yeah, and you feel it like Christmas. Yeah, because kids are really engaged into this process. Not so long time ago, we had also in Ukrainian Independence Day, which was, I would say, celebrating, yeah, on the 24th of August. And especially here in Bradford, we had like a little celebration, let's say like this, with Ukrainian musicians, Ukrainian singers dancing as well. If you see this lady, yeah, so she has traditional Ukrainian costume. Yeah, we have also like we call it embroidered t-shirt in Ukrainian language called wyshivanka.
Mhm.
So it has different flowers, different ornaments on it. Depends on the region you were born. Yeah. So if you are from the western part of Ukraine, you got this, for example, blue or red ornament. If you were born in the central part of Ukraine, you got different. So yeah, that's like a cultural code of everybody. Yeah. So the first ever question of every Ukrainian to Ukrainian, do you have vyshyvanka? Yeah, that's fine. What is your vyshyvanka? No, I'm just kidding about that. So it's all about traditional clothes. It's all about singing. It's all about trying to make some festivals, celebrations, yeah, and to feel the spirit of unity all the time. So I think Ukrainians can make a connection with some traditions of British people. Maybe we can create something new, something our together, yeah, and it would be something incredible and insane. Yeah.
Wow. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. Thank you very much for sharing and educating. As you know, I know it's a big topic, but you've just given us some key insights there and just into the richness of Ukrainian culture. That's just wonderful. Thank you. And I know we are running short of time and we could talk for ages, but do you have anything coming up that you'd like to celebrate or tell people about that you're looking forward to? Anything about your music or where people can find you?
Yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity. I've got a couple of different messengers. So I've got my website, which one is currently repairing a little bit, but it would be working for 100% good. I've got also social medias like Instagram, also YouTube, where I post and share my videos, my compositions as well. Yeah. So any comfortable messenger would be suitable. I hope it was suitable for other people who would like to be in contact with me. Right now, I'm more engaged into the work with Bradford 2025 City of Culture. So yeah, it was named like that. We got a lot of festivals, a lot of concerts. So we have a lot of work. So we are inviting all the people across the world to visit this beautiful city, yeah, diverse, vibrant city, and yeah, enjoy and feel this atmosphere. At the same time, I'm trying to continue composing. Yeah, so the next piece for pianoforte would be very, very soon. Yeah, I would say announcement is very close. Yeah, still working on that. And that's about the journey. That's about the journey I had here and the feelings, the communication, and the unity between Ukraine and the United Kingdom. So I hope this composition will represent all of these words, without saying any words.
Beautiful. And that's the power of music, isn't it? It can say so much that words can't, it goes beyond
Yeah.
words. And I'm excited to hear about that. So I'll have to watch out for that. Will that be coming out? Will you release that on your YouTube, or will that be on the music platforms, or where do you release your music?
Yeah, it would be on all the platforms as soon as possible, as best as I can to do
Cool.
this. So just let's wait for this occasion, and I hope everybody can enjoy this music and enjoy this spirit.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for sharing your spirit so generously with us today on the podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure talking with you. And I'll definitely be watching out for your composition. And, it's really given me great insight today into the experience of Ukrainian musicians in this country and as well as in Ukraine. So thank you for sharing that. It's really important for us all to hear and to keep remembering and keeping the situation in our minds and our hearts and supporting where we can. So thank you so much. Is there anything you would like to say just as we close?
Only optimistic things. Thank you so much for having me today. It was just lovely atmosphere, really cool atmosphere, really nice vibe, and I hope listeners will enjoy our conversation. Yeah, and everything would be fine.
Of course, and we hope that too. And I know that this will have been wonderful to listen to. It's been a wonderful conversation to have and really valuable. So I really, really appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today. And I wish you every success with your music. And I can see how much it just beams out of you. Your enthusiasm, your energy, your passion, and your talent really shine through. So I wish you tremendous strength and fulfillment in your continued explorations.
Thank you so much. And I would like to wish you more and more guests, incredible professional guests for your podcast as you had before. So, yeah, I think it would be just incredible numbers and amount of professionals who can, join your podcast and like enjoy this conversation and atmosphere. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a lovely wish. Thank you so much. And I enjoy these conversations enormously. And as I say, you've shared a lot of wisdom and a lot of beautiful insight with us today. And I feel that that's, as musicians, yeah, we carry something. We carry that spirit of creativity, and we try our best, don't we, to share it with people. And there's lots of ways of doing that. And podcasts is another way. And so this is
Yeah.
another way for us to share the joy of music and help people feel encouraged, just like your students, to feel like, yeah, I could have a go, I could play. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not share
Yeah.
voice or explore music or find my voice? So that's what I'd say to anyone listening today. I'm sure you've been as touched as I have, and this message of tenacity and resilience coming from Ukrainian musicians, that's been incredibly inspiring for me to hear, and I'm sure it has been for you if you're listening today. And please do join us at the next conversation. And thank you so much for listening and for your time. And thanks again for coming to talk to us today, Artur.
Change the world with your voice.